Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. Who am I thinking now? Who am I thinking?
So, okay, so we can pick the advert. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. It's a beautiful day, even though the weather is really, really wet out there. I believe everyone is doing great. This another edition of Legal Hour with BWF Solicitors. I welcome you all. Oniado for Ashe for for mesre anope dinchi akese ema obi biara megide se adom nti obiara ho ye enen so sen ye no adom nti yetumi enya nkwa enya hoden na yemfa ye legal hour no ensan embra makwan megide se moba behwe na ye nyina ye beche adwenkro ni nimdie yi de mesre se ubetumi na wonso wahye ana ubeche ede ama odofo bi na eye ene topic a yewo no emo de yie esan se wugina wona nso na wa wo bo wedwuma na hihye wedwuma na wo bo ho ene nyoma ebetumi ago wrong ana se ebetichima abra weni da ho ana se weni nda ho ene eba behwe saa de no ntimije de se dodo na ebe pe se omo nso benya saa nimde wonko a enchemfa mesrew odomu nti no she na obia enya ebi na midiane manye na te megidi se enche bia mo beka ye ho ye streaming or radio so BW radio ye streaming or BWtv so ye streaming or YouTube so abawa radio nso afa na megide se won so a utie no obehye se YouTube so na Facebook so a obehye na obi nso ensa aka metwa me ho sima ya late de ba metwa me ho sima meba sisi a na de dwumede no ahyase meba.
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. He is qualified to practice both in the UK and in Ghana. Come to us. Speak to us. Let us represent you. We are your trusted community partners when it comes to the law. Locate us on the 4th floor of the Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road at Seven Sisters in North London, N15 4NP. Nearest train station, Victoria Line to Seven Sisters Station, exit number 2. We are open for all consultations from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekends by appointment only. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884. BWF Solicitors, your trusted legal partner.
Yo, mesama obi biara akwa aba biom. Media ne manye na ate, hye baby afre manye ti. Na enne ye di edwumedie no sha ase na ya boni ntew. Ene se menjidi se update kese bi wo ho na mom menya me resource person eye lawyer Charles na yemfa edwumedie ento aso. Ene se emre bebre ya na obi wawo wedwuma obi wo ho a na ye ka ne sen ono ankasa bie na adwuma na so beka so ye self employed ne ade na eto de bia na afi ne kwa wie yesa na ye wo financial year no be hu ana wo se from January no bibia aban no e de ato ho hihye o de ato a ye friend self assessment wankasa boy assess adwuma ahoden a utumi de hye wadwuma mu ene sika a wunya ye wo kone aba wadwumadie e ka ne se embia wo transportation wedidie mu tese bibia wo ye fa adwuma no ho no o se wo ma aban ehu esan se wankasa na ogina so se wo ye wadwuma na che so we be se wo ye sole proprietor na se wo ye self employed ana se embia wo ye adwuma self employed a half mpo na wo san ye adwuma nso half a there are this contribution ana se obi be se wasede se wo ma aban na ehwe wo so no ohun nyoma wo ye sika wonya ene just bibia nti ye nyina ye nim saade no na mom edu self assessment a esan se wankaza na wonya wo sika de nti ya na wo hu se sika we na menko kanchira ban se min eno na menya anase mente so anase ma mente so a ne nyina mu no wo be se krono eye krono na wonnim embia na wo ye embi nso a wo fun se wo da bi se ni na o se metiti free mu nti no we de ni sa ban hu ene ye ba behwe se sa nyoma nkiti fa self assessment se wankasa ubebu ho akonta nkone aba nyina no ubehwe mu no wakatra ban se afi mu nyina sei na menyaye na sei na mede tu adwuma ni mu sei na meyi free mu sei na mede ye transport sei ne nyina mu no ye ba behwe se empo wo ye na odekwa aban no otumeka se Debi asemesi uyo trofo debi asema idie minji ndi se saa na wonya dodo na wodi bi tete anase wanya dodo mpo intina nintino wanya dodo na esanso ye nipa daseni a obedidi intina wanya dodo mia me de bi ebe ma nti saa de ye ba behwe me big question a ba be introduce me lawyer papa bi lawyer Charles Asmah me friend say Charles me ba be introduce na on the kind emfa enchia ema ye na yemre ne ko onfa enchia kese ma etiefo na ahwefo na afa de me de me big question no aba betudwa na ye de dwumede no atoso nti good morning Sir Charles.
Good morning, na.
Pacha pomboko de
Yami adom na wonso e.
adomonko pacha me ma wo ho kwan na fa enchia kese ma etiefo na ahwefo na afa de emfa dwumede no enhyehyɛ so tam.
Yo, etiefo ne ahwefo and Friday anopai nso ye di nchia kase efi BWF Solicitors aso ye Abraham obi biara anopai ye da se bebre se munyambre na ye kan se and then so ebre na so se ye besua ade and that desua no ebeboa wo ebeboa me samboa wo kra ebeboa obi a wonim no tinya nyina no ye nhye na ye fa ye ho hyem na ne ewo mu no ye nsa enka.
Yo, Lawyer Charles, me that's we be say yes, any long time, yes, some titi. Nanny said, Niss and Yama Beddy agro grew when not a summer woho in some cassia woho because me didn't say, and yes, me didn't pronounce him, madame for Bacum, so said, then abaya bonica, and I'm say, abaya bo, Cassin. Now say, why we were Juma now can ya when ya then I buy bo, cause it Debbie, Nasini, a dear Nico, so when I'm say, oh, Casa, so when I don't be teta na, it's Lawyer Charles, yenya we did say yenya we say dia na in some affair dwuma ho pa no we best here utumi dimu akotene nem say BWF Solicitors they're all grounds be bia wo pe immigration wo pe you can say family law wo pe litigation and mitigation circumstances just omo ya dey na even po Ghanaian law na on say e ba ni mitigation na just say ye company nyoma edwuma sem ehon ko ade omo ye number 1 omo ye ho ade enti na etutumi atwetwe Lawyer Charles aba na one ye enhwe program we na ye ne nye enti me big question that I have for you Lawyer Charles. I'm going to leave the platform for you to give us this education. Say, can HMRC reject my self-assessment tax returns figure and investigate me for fraud pacho me to amount na uni akoso adaroma.
Yo, it's here for and then so ada yebesiano efa tax. And that's or to a buying engineer say ye juma, ye obi juma ye juma na say ya ton adie mum fasuo and I say japadie bi mum fasuo. Whatever it is, you have to make a fair contribution to support the development of the country. Sana tie dia and then nkomo no a ye bedi no efa sa enyoma no ho. Na edi kan no ne ye bi say we say aban eku a ye di won esi wo say mo hwe tax and so to ho hyehyɛ no a yɛfrɛ wɔn HMRC for short na wobie mu a ɔse His Majesty's Revenue and Customs no saa nkrɔfoɔ no na ɔmo hwɛ sɛ saa obi ɔso tua tax bia no obedi tax mmara no ɛso na ɔmo ara nso na ɔmo bɛhwɛ sɛ obi endi so a nea ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo de yɛ no ɔmo de ayɛ ɛno anasa asotwe a ɛhɔ no ɔmo de atwe no nti ndɛ asɛm a yɛbisa yɛn ho sɛ saa nkrɔfoɔ yi ɔmetumi a reject anasa omaka say self assessment ye dey amon no endimu anasa enye papa santi oma reject ana na say kobansa so metumi a investigate anasa oma ye hwehwemu enwu say se bia kana na bi anasa krono bi anasa katasehye bi ekopie mu wo ho a say kobansa adan na ebebem tani nkomo a ende ye betwetwe ti ye kwa yenim no kwan beda ho na nso wo asem bi a webisa anasa contribution bi a wo di aba na ye nyina yesua akọ yenim.
Yo, Lawyer Charles, you better was and then you better con obviously one after the other. Near Tiani say, you can self-assessment what about the chichi moon ya day ain't no yen shall say may put a few questions be na or say me be sound. Yen de kind waka but yen quay chiki to be self-assessment no and our tax returns no. Mr. Ohono so be joining NCC obetumi acheche mu kakra mbia meme se nya mechire mu no ankosi na obi a joining NCC ye ka self assessment and I say tax returns no eno dey important na eye dey ade kra pacho.
Yo edase bebre etiefo ne ahwefo ne ewo mu ne se ye wo enyoma mienu broni frɛ gateways. Gateway baako no eye obi a oye adwuma na adwuma na oye no ye obi adwuma enti nipa ne tua ne ka sika no betua no ekɔ na account mu a eno na oyusu asudie bia enda no so se obetua ebia ma aban because saa nipa no a brofo no ye frɛ no employer anase adwuma wura no wate tax no a se ekɔ aban ho no dada a ye frɛ no payroll tax deduction at source. Nti woyɛ saa ade no a ende emfa enhia sɛ wonso wobɛsen etua tax ama aban biem. Saa gateway nkrofo we no ye from employees and as workers who pay tax through their employers. So saa na wote there you do not have to tell aban or anasa HMRC say what the tax ka and I say sika wunya ye ni nti omete tax because wo no wo die ni nyina no employer no na oye ema wo nti wo no woni problem bia na ye wo gateway number 2 gateway number 2 for no ye nkrofo omo ye omo angasa omo adwuma say omo ebie omo adwuma through legal status of a company or a partnership or a sole proprietorship. The sound crofo ya omo angasa omo ye omo adwuma ya ye can no simply say omo ye self-employed yi. Obi ni ho a obehu sika omunya. Obi ni ho a obeka say we will control e wo sika no so nti me mati akoma aban na ne aka no me de ama wo. Omo an omo ye wo control e wo omo sika so. Nti sika na eba no emu bi na omo de betuatua adwuma no omo ye no ho eka no na ne ebeka no aban age ho tax. Nti saa nkrofo yi no etwa se ebre no so a omo file report tax report ema aban. Sa tax report yi na ye friend no self assessment tax returns. The self assessment it can be a company self assessment or individual self assessment. What is the difference? So within gateway 2, your friend was self-employed for no, we have 2 levels. Level 1, nkrofo a omo running omo angasa omo business omo atuni company. So anti company no independent on the owner no and say adwuma ni wura no. The company no be file ne company tax returns ama aban nkrofo a from HMRC. No omo corporation tax of 19% no ama aban based on omo profit no a omo enya efi adwuma omo aye ni mu no. We know company na oye nti individual no even though ono na oyama company no company ni din mu na ye level 2 level 2 for no obi a orane sole proprietorship or partnership. Mind you, under the law no partnership for no ye will be a friend no tax transparency. Tax transparency ni say we a partner of a firm and I say if you are into partnership in your partnership no na filing the returns. Individual partners have obligation to declare their own tax affairs to the state. So that is the partnership aspect. Now, one crowd so are more running or more business. I have found sole proprietors. The one I can say sole trader. But sole trader is somebody and also be a or you on one ejuma e one one dimu into your company. Intimate me I say Asmah Enterprise or Charles Services. In the Charles Services, no be ani ameya ne say me boa nkrofo and I say Charles Consultancy. Me your company, me your partnership. Me a me din mu na me ye me juma. So I'm a sole trader. Sa na etie de a afe no so a esese me ye me tag me sika e ba ye ne na me tua ye na mfaso e ba ye no me kwaka kire aban HMRC for say sika minya ye nie nti tax a me tua nie ba sa tax no omo abe assess me as if say me ye individual me wo personal allowance as a result of my personal tax affairs. Nti these are the 3 layers yewo. Nti yewo self-assessment for sole traders, self-assessment for partners of a partnership, and self-assessment for companies, including companies limited by guarantee or community interest companies. So I'll leave it there and we'll take the conversation forward.
Wow, where the what church say it's not just say I self-employed now. What obviously I say me be a company or say me be a and yen sanity. The company can be there and I also yes so proprietor and I say so trader no. Let's say wow do we didn't cry to say services. It doesn't mean say it's a company, but then that is what you've named your services and I say you've named what you do no to the to HMRC say one kasa oh dear. Interno sano se wo na wo register within the same bia Manye entrepreneur Manye services no se one ko register no as company it will not attract company tax but just set an etie
Yes.
and individual
And by individual self-assessment.
self-assessment. Yo, lawyer Charles, what mu. Sisi no yenhwe, what mu say, or say, I finish one. Wo assessment na obeye na now they akoma aban. Say, na megye, ana say na menyaye. Edwuma meye nyina say na menyaye, na me de abremo. Na yen question no, can HRMC reject my self-assessment? Ometumi reject na se ometumi reject ya adenti na ometumi reject na mbia na eche say bibi a atosima. So my first question here is, what are tax evasion and tax avoidance? Se eba ni say sika menya ana adwuma amaye ma avoid say fa pe na mede ko ana se nye ni nyina na mede ko anampo manye assessment ne kra ana maye no kakra na mede akọ na ban si there be minjindi enti no there's going to be an investigation. Enti me question wa ha ede na be kire se me invade tax ana se ma avoid tax ne o se mede kọ a man fa nkọ ede na be kire na what is it actually?
Yo, me da se bebre. Enti and then common saying our boss no tax evasion, tax avoidance. Are they the same? What is the difference? Which one can I choose and which one can I not? Can you choose any? But we'll get to know. Na emra e cover sa nyoma nyina no pese me bo eso ba ku mienu bi na yeti the source of this conversation no. Ye wo mre bi a eyemada law a ye friend no Taxes and Management Act we by 1970. Na no na taxes ni nyina no ye fa so ye de ye hu edwuma and as aban de manage. Na ye individual areas of laws where cover specific things. Nti bi to say Income Tax, Earnings and Pensions Act 2003. And no cover income tax, but a share specifically income and crofuna ni pensions and crofutia ni kaka hono. And now war Finance Act. Finance Act we also about 2017, even though there have been amendments and modifications, but the core ni Finance Act 2017. Finance Act 2017 will cover all aspects of financial matters, individuals and the state. And a one na say a kobase we ye bibi fat tax ho na a kobase kronubia kobel baby a broni friend of fraud no you can be picked up under the finance a bit me cover Finance Act no because ni nyina no eye sika nhyehyeye na yakase tax evasion. The word evasion means you have deliberately prevented something and that's it from happening. Inti say we evade no, we si wadwin pise me ye necessary me ye no. Inti if you evade it, it means you have deliberately prevented it from happening. Inti so because me ye tax evasion and so because tax evasion akoso a na kire say wa twe ne ho efi asudi a ewo ho se nka so otua tax no simply ne yebaka say wa shada avoid tax no wa shada avoid compenso betua and the say na eche dey yebaka say wa gbokro no ewo tax tua ekwan so say na eche dey remember I've used the word avoid. And a big word and so I say avoidance. So why do we say tax evasion is avoiding tax and at the same time there's tax avoidance? Not just say tax avoidance no and your chrono completely per se. If you say it be a emrama o kwan sa oba avoid it, enti na wo avoid no. But some emma o kwan na wo avoid it there, then you have evaded it. And then I chrono no. Na avoidance no so no yewo ehun ehyehyeye nti una wo beka kire aban ma aban de wato tax avoidance scheme a eho ho no so na more or less no aban ama wo tumi say we dey obetumi a prevent and say wo avoid it.
Right.
Nti those are the differences. Nti say unim say eye krono na wo de obekoso aye no say wo mpese obetua ehun tax no eye tax evasion. But Wunim say emrama wo kwan say wo betumi atwe ho afi so ana say wo be reduce wo tax no and your tax avoidance, but you have to follow through tax avoidance schemes. So let me give you an example.
Sir.
Say ebia we so last time you sua no we adwuma aban ma kwan say we adwuma na wo spend certain in your maybe we adwuma ni mu a na say adwuma ni rura amma wo refund and say reimbursement dia ubetumi aka kire aban crofo a from HMRC say adwuma na meye no ban adwuma ni rura na otua meka because obi adwuma na meye am an employee or a worker, but in addition to that no I spend on certain things for the purposes of adwuma no emremu you say a whole and exclusive and exclusive to the job I do. That means without sa expense no medwuma no mintumi enye na edwuma no rura emma wo refund dia ubetumi akwa aban wo say aban and the ti we fi misika as I say misika minya no mu before ubetua me before tax no ubeti. Into I don't know what are you trying to do? You are trying to reduce your tax, meboa.
True.
Are you trying to avoid tax? Yes. But is it permissible? It is.
Okay.
So it's a form of tax avoidance mechanism. Legal.
Okay.
But some kofa bibi amrama me kwan na me de kwahihye mu. Na minya akwanya say me tax say metua no eso betis there. I have avoided the tax, but was it legitimate? No. Because me fa a kwan bone so na me de. Have I evaded tax then? Yes. So that is tax evasion. The other one, tax avoidance.
Okay, yes. And one more avoidance need them say interest kakra aba hono. Let's just say whatever you do ubesika ubenyano. Or said there should be some sort of items involved to be able say can you do say until you can be a tax can be avoided, but legit one from HMRC and Kasa. Enti eno sa no ye what threshold bia or say wadwuma no eduru ho ansa na etumi aka say oh wo sika wo ye afi nyina mu ankasa wo tititi wenum nyina ye legal titintiti a watiti ankasa sika yi endu baby o say etumi till tax ye wo threshold bi sa ho ana say ne se sika ketwa kra na wo be ya or say utumi etua ho tax but I mean say what me question asia
question I say I mean we your friend personal allowance afibia no sisia no we are entering we are finishing the tax year 2022-2023. We are in March, so by the 5th of April tax year 22-23 has ended. Then we are entering 23-24 tax year. What it means is say every year no aban reading the budget no yen hwehwemu a otumika say yema ekwan a nkrofo ho ba han won ama tax na omutua no omudi eniji etua so that we can prevent tax avoidance and tax evasion.
Okay.
Nti eno no your friend no progressive taxation. Progressive taxation is say won a omuji bebre no omutua bebre. Won a omuji ketua no omutua ketua. That's progressive. So and your friend will pay as you earn, PAYE. And so we are PAYE, we are normal employee there. I use the word normal to mean that we are a jumanuma will be an impanutia waka and a nipano TTB ema buying on your behalf as tax and NI. So that here there I buy amaya $12,570 about a year pounds. A threshold personal allowance. It's a sign every year. It's likely say the next tax year no na assessment. Into what near the tax code abrel letter abrel say this is your tax code for the financial year or for the tax year so and so. So when you be you can ask for it. But we shall pay slip so. We shall pay slip so. We who say we tax code ho. How do you know? We who say be a throw 1257L. So 1257L, that's your standard tax code. NTL is the standard level, $12,570 about threshold, allowance. This is where you do what they are, your tax. So I don't know, which your nil tax, and that's a zero tax. Bro, there are difference, na wait ya 20 ebro 20 one so na wako wenim and then your friend no tax bands or tax rate. Today we are not going to learn about tax calculation, so I'm not going to go through the tax bands. But nearby here you better say because say bia usika winya no ebro 12,000 no a we bet your tax nti. Question is what are the legitimate means make me afa so make me enya dan me tax no akofom.
Okay.
We adwuma ohro onyoma laundry every week. Is it a legitimate expense that HMRC betumi ehu na omo consider no for tax purposes? Yes. Is it wholly and exclusive? Yes. Because atare no wo hwekwa adwuma pe. Unhye no fie, unhye nya bibia apart from adwuma. Is it for the purposes of the job? Yes. Nti sa wo see atare no every week na wo spend bia 15 pounds or 20 pounds or 30 pounds 30 pounds a week times 52 weeks, you are looking at about 1,560 pounds. Wow. So, no, you can tell HMRC say, for laundry purposes and for the purposes of my work, uniform na measure and answer na measure no. This year, a costume say, you call laundry. They will factor that into your tax calculation to bring your tax down. That's an example of reducing your tax. And there are a lot of other ways of legitimately going about it. But we are looking at self-assessment, and we are going to stick to that. And when HMRC can prevent that.
Yo, lawyer, watch mo pa, watch Mama Matthias. Yeah, more couple of questions and maybe sana. It's here for Safe no adwene yeah, can about can HMRC betumi reject your self-assessment now my investigate you and who asem ne can't if you just join us nominee lawyer Charles Ewa has say and please Bomodiana share program no emayen kwame prepare yeda say promise yeda say nana jemine prefect withdrew hadada of referee road call Mr. Munja any thank you so much maybe sa question no etire na membi se bisa media answer lawyer enti no sisi a waka saa de nyina kire kwan ben so na HMRC omo review me self-assessment no and I say me self-assessment task kwan ben no mo fa so mo yes review no ansa na mpo ya ka say bia sika ne sododo ana sika ne shadodo ana ne ode ba say ni mpacho kwan ben so my question is how does RMC review my self-assessment tax returns mpacho wadaroma.
Yo, senior your boss, HMRC has a duty to 1, receive the tax returns, 2, review the tax returns, and 3, where there are doubts, investigate the tax returns, and 4, take action to prevent further issues. And see, first off, how did they receive it? Omama will notice what browse will file, but you don't have to depend on them for a reminder because it is your duty to keep record of your activities and your timelines. And see, the timeline for self-employed sole proprietors is at the end of the tax year. And the end of the tax year, no senior yenimino, 5th of April. And it's a tax year, 5th of April, as a self file. Does it mean that self filing by 5th of April? You don't have to. You still have amnesty. And that's a grace period. Grace period will take you to the next 9 months, which will be the next January. The next January will be the January of the following year. Until 31st of January the following year, everybody should have filed their returns. Until now, January bepe na what you news say, have you filed your self-assessment returns? January is catching up. And then blah 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 and all that. It is a way of reminding you. It is why you're late to cry. By the end of the grace period of 9 months, you should be able to file it. So when file it by the end of the period there, then you have been duly late. Until once a while late, then you go, they will give you a penalty, but you still have to file it. So that is the timeline for self-employed sole proprietors. Self-employed sole proprietors. Now, we also have self-employed partners. As I said, self-employed partners or partnerships, there is tax transparency. Into your partner or file self-assessment as if you say or you're self-employed. That is the difference between running a partnership business and the partners being seen as running their own business as sole proprietors. Company are different, including all aspects of companies. In the company, at the end, especially private companies, at the end of the year, company be one accounting period. Until what time I was starting company, we check it online, company's house, we be who incorporation date. Until be incorporation date, and then, for example, so then a incorporation date here, then when you say the next year, which is the anniversary, will be your filing date. So when you are filing your report to company's house, which is your income, expense, and profit declaration, you also have to file to HMRC for tax purposes. So company's house, they don't care about your tax, but HMRC cares about your tax. Can you file differently to company's house and HMRC? No, because now what they call company's house, now one HMRC so now what with tax. Until these days, they have linked the two up. Until you file it to company's house, they can ask you, you want to file combined to also go to HMRC at the same time. If you say yes, then once you finish, you click submit, it goes to both of them. Then they pick and assess. You can also do it separately, the corporation tax. Now, Sonia, so mu review idea no we submitting online. Nti na we can be no Sonia Chrome ha no, na we can be yes sir.
My fan is sir.
What can but they will take time and check.
It's true.
That's the beauty of Britain, isn't it? So once I would buy no omaji. Omo yen hwehwemu eda no a, omo yen hwehwemu later.
Yes.
How long does it take for them to investigate? They have as long as 4 years to review. Until some review within that period, no one will say BB enko year, they can come back. They will ask you, say, where I say, do this or do that. So if you say you are genuinely at fault there, quickly you remedy by saying yes, sir. But what challenge there, it will escalate for investigatory purposes. Then we investigating, we say, hang on, tax evasion has taken place. That means there has been willful avoidance of tax without due cause. Then acquire fraud.
Yes.
Enti review document na wo de be kono na ombe review. Some akobasa omu review some show me na bibia you okay they won't come back to you. But some show me na bibi nko they will ask for further evidence. Ebi a waka say the whole year no win income of let's say £2,000. Now we spend £10,000. That's fair. Businesses make losses because loss now we're making it will reduce other taxes you have.
That's it.
So that is also a tax avoidance strategy.
Okay.
Now, near woman say because loss they will check to see say a genuine loss. And you say genuine loss there, ombe shishum. Say kwaba saying, and now why you £1, now I work £10. Does it mean say you are not a very good entrepreneur? And it could be genuine. Into the command one, ombeji oma check na bibia fine. Nyoma be na ombe person muhu. When we declare we income into backing and as a document be now a support is our income now we declare no. So we are talking about the invoices, we are talking about the receipt you have received or money you have received from your customers or from your clients. And then also bank statement because the payment, other things being called, ought to go through the bank account. And say we declare that sometimes they can ask your to see your bank statement as well. So these are some of the things they can ask for as part of the review process. And also your expense schedule. Quite now we spend the way. Evidence ben now also we spend the way. For example, my culture said I need to be reimbursed 1,560 for my £30 a week laundry expense. Some feel say too much, and they can ask me to produce receipts.
It's
and you have to
true.
produce receipt of 52, which is
Mm.
one every
Eh,
week.
For the whole year, no?
But you have declared 1,560, which is £30 a week for 52 weeks.
That's right.
So if they want to know, they will ask for 52 receipts of that
Mm.
laundry expense. Sometimes
Oh,
they will test the market to see if a
genuine.
reasonable expense. Nti nipa no can just test the market to see, say, okay, is it reasonable for somebody to spend £30 on laundry services? If it is reasonable, they won't come back and waste time because it's also money and time to come back. So these are ways they can come back for things when they are reviewing your report. And sometimes, especially for individuals, they will give you the money, especially where you have filed your report, your returns. Now, like I said, which your tax number and abroso, they will give you the money because it's money due you. But when the
Yes.
money is given, it doesn't end there. They will come back to say that we gave you this money some time ago as part of your refund of overpayment of tax. As part of our review and checks, we have realized that we have overpaid you by X amount. Or you should have even paid us money instead of we giving you back. So please produce evidence that what you told us is true.
It's true. Hey.
So you then go into your books and give them. If you didn't give to them at the time of filing, because when you are filing your returns, there is no compulsion to add your evidence at that stage. So they can force you to bring the evidence later if they feel that there's the need for that as part of the review and investigation.
Wow. But you've just made mention of investigation. If I may ask, the review, is it the same as investigation? And I say the review is separate before maybe they find out few aspects, maybe that's not going right. Then they will start investigating you. So is there any difference? Just review near looking at what you've just explained. But when it comes to investigating, and let's just say who be na o ka se nye nokre mebo a e na afio ma benti sunsun bi wo mu ana.
And since a woman say review, no, there's no suspicion. And that's
Okay.
almost suspect BB no review. No review is what they are then come on now feed your martinez is almost say now what they buy yes
So if I ask, say, and the crime ben so no mo fa no mo the investigation, am I right to ask that then?
yes
Crime
you
ben
are.
no fa
And
omo de
senior review no say what the returns na call na afi omo ehwe say yes na tie. So who say yes na tie then they will suspect wrongdoing. So wrongdoing in a we say willful avoidance of tax or illegitimate avoidance of tax. Your friend tax evasion.
okay.
So if they think that or suspect that there has been deliberate attempt to evade tax, then it will trigger investigation
Right.
into your personal tax affairs or returns no what they call you know. No, it will go into the investigatory team. Then they will appoint somebody to deal with that. So as part of the investigation, on metro letter, no one catch say, we returns now what they buy no, on my shishum, on who baako mmienu bi a ɔmo nte aseɛ wɔ mu nti ɔmo srɛ wo kyerɛ wo. So you can see at this stage they are very, very polite, soft.
Yes.
Because they cannot, you see, it's just suspicion. So they have to make sure that they've given you opportunity to clear that suspicion for them. And some brow notice no if you are notice no back say say and I say chiremu say. Then you just go into your records, produce whatever they have asked for. Now what they are common one. Omushemu na bibia no a case close. But so omushemu no omo nti ase a they will ask for more things. Nti omo niatie no na ebe determine nia omo bisa wo. Ebi omo ebe bisa wo bank account. What they are common one. Company or business account what they are called. Omo hwehwe mu no mu hu say ebi a sika FM no a o say eye business sika no ebro saa.
Sir.
Meanwhile, na also wo de buy no a wo tro buy no en du saa. That is a washada at sika no so. so that you can evade tax.
Okay.
And now also say, almost say for expenses, bra. What the expenses are common or come. Accounts now we are and what they are be a common or support you with source documents and that's the evidence, you know. Almost sure you know say, how come? So nipa ya or say or call laundry example no. Or then your makwa or no kwa de be or koyen or Harrods. And the otia £100 a week for one shirt. That is overwhelming. So
Of
they want
course.
to receive the receipt now when you fee or more.
So no.
So the receipt no banana £100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
who are they to challenge that? A service provider no ne bill no the amount until the end of matter. But so when to me I'm from Madia, naturally said now okay no in so anyhow.
Okay.
So you can see, sir, they take time to investigate. Sometimes they can even go to the employer to test the information. Because
Yes.
when declare, sir, you have incurred expenses which are whole and exclusive to the business. You might have even mentioned, sir, as part of your expense, which you say, you don't get refund from the employer until you should get it from HMRC to reduce your tax. Not just say tax na which you know abroso. We are for individual somebody or your self-assessment. Sa nimpa no say but me employer could be say can you confirm say now you do not refund expenses. So employer can say we don't refund expenses, that's fine. There's also one catch. Employer no so also episode or reducing the tax. And Obiara will reducing the tax. The employer also will go to HMRC and say, all the expenses now, my workers expending for the purposes of ejuma omo yeno, my refunding one. And my
Hey.
refunding a car abahunie. Into me so my tax no as I say kufo. Yes, I net here.
No.
It is also a feature just say you're refunding me and the bibi akoso.
Okay.
So that can also trigger. Hang on, you work at this place, there has been refund to the employer, and you are also coming for a refund for the same expense you claim you have incurred for your job. Into your investigation, the employer no confirm, said no, and just idea. Then they will come back to you to say no, the employer has confirmed this. Therefore, there is an error within your account, and that's with the buyer under Section 9Z of Taxes Management Act 1970 no a yɛbɔ ɛso no. Nti wei no enyoma a ebetumi abemu a ombetumi ayɛ nhwehwɛmu.
Hey. Tax adwuma sam de unni expert a wa hwa ho be from lawyer Asmah. Ye da se ne nchechemu ye wo question baba ansa na mekọ me next question no. Say ayembia na omo atro ade aba e de abrel say maybe why you've overpaid tax and you know you are due for refund. Omo antro check e de emfa but omo atro ade aba say you are due for refund. Enti bia wo na ose wo di echi no mo mfa sa refund ma but undi echi we jan ho sa ebedu emre bi omo mbe se no check and I say one ko request for refund di omo mfa mbre kra.
Right. So there are 2 points here. First point here, obia on your self-assessment. Na sanipa no aban feel ehu se wetua manabro so. How will aban know say nipa dudu omo kro mu a na so man mu omo tua tax no obi ba ko de wetua manabro so. The HMRC does what we call spot checks or sampling assessment or reviews. The sampling reviews in say bia the whole afine so a omba bia 1 million out of bia 10 million workers and N9 na war system no mu no. Omba mu bia 1 million no ma test ya hwe say nyoma akwasan with those N9s. Nti yankan say lottery. We are lucky ya ba pick wo N9. Ya pick wo N9 na ye assess ya ye behu say bia sa period no tax na wutua no abroso.
Okay.
The employer etete ye no edoso. That santi they have to refund. So with the refund, they will send you a letter with a check to say you've overpaid, so this is your check. Then you go and check cash it. Say, on more amfe bibia amra o dia, naturally say omo enhu bibia afa wo ho. So
Okay.
yan first can bra wo dia omo de kaba bra wo. It could also be say you've underpaid tax through the employer's payroll system. And it say underpaid tax there omo de car na ebe bra wo. To be omo ti ho ana I say aban de car bra me say tax na me chia no anso. Especially nkrofo mu ye adwuma mienu no. Anasa miensa no. Tetumi ba ne saa. Ene ye obi a on your self assessment.
Okay.
But so your self assessment there you do it online. These days, government gateway system, you can do it, file it online. Into
Yes.
online, I will file it. You can tell even how much you are going to get. Because the system will calculate and tell you how much you are due. Then within weeks, review na feel say you're legitimate. They will transfer the money into your account because they will ask you where should the money be sent to. Some person say, charity, you nominate your charity and the money goes to the charity. So that one online system, it goes into your account. So look at one say you want the money to be sent to you, dear. Say, will check. Now one can say why you soon coin be out per se.
We be say it be basa, but I think said that time, me and personal one na yes, our online business then yet two frequencies here I hear BBA. But I didn't go for me fee because they gave that letter say you are due for refund. So I was thinking maybe on best any check. But me sure money a man name say me so me fee na can't say me na make I say maybe na say I was due for refund. I didn't mandatory into no bibi into na maybe say question no. You
How many
last
years ago?
my friend say 4 years money.
Right, if it's within 4 years, you can call them today.
Okay.
Call them and tell them, say HMRC, is it sole proprietorship or company?
No, self-employed.
But we've agreed, say self-employed is just activity. Now,
Yes.
which me say, the company is sole trader and that's a company. Nti, what the as a sole trader, say.
As a sole trader.
Nti, for HMRC, like I just say, this idea omunimuno say be a Y enterprise or services or whatever it is now. Or the use assessment. Kacha say, I think, just use the word think. I think I'm due a refund for a particular year.
Okay.
Just use that phrase.
Okay.
They will take your NI,
and
they will go through the system and tell you, oh, yes, this is for tax year, be 2015 or 2017, 2018. We asked you to blah, 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 you didn't do it. They'll say, yes, I've now come to collect it. Then they will take you through the process.
So for maybe a telephone, I've just got one big major question back one. Maybe Asmah stars here pa said who say I'm due Sikebisha baby or say me could it yenya city and yenti pemuna yerisha Asmah say ebani say near what my invade and I say ma avoid the illegal avoidance and I say bibi na omayi hwehwemu omahwe omahu say we we no wano bia hu say no wo de na amfa na che say no kre say wa invade tasa ehun sunsun ben e na ban be ka say ne de ma so is there any punishment at all after going through all this ne be hu say ampa wa invade and I say wa fraud kakra bi wo baby no ehun sunsun ben na ye de bro lawyer Asmah.
Tax fraud is a very serious offense within the books or the laws. And aban per se obi bebo tax chrono. And na omode avoidance mechanisms aba yetumi use many ye. Now, members so say under section 7 of the Taxes Management Act 1970 no. Aban esusu say obia ewo asundie anase responsibility say impose ya ma tax return notice kra na wo feel say when you sika bi enti ese say wo tua ho tax a ese say wo ma aban asote na wo tua sa ade no enti obi ma onye self employed anase onye ono a enye n'adwuma nso na bia sika e ba nti ekobe say or file tax returns for tax obligation purposes because sika e bia say wo tua ho tax And I yati as say under section 34 of the same law no. Aban were 4 years. To me I requested returns to be sent and also in reviews and investigations to be carried out. Now you call section 106 capital A noir of the same law, Taxes Management Act 1971. Aban say boni say ube evade tax and say ube bo chrono ewo tax ekwan so.
Okay.
Na ekoba saa there are 2 points. First one say bia boni no enye indictable. Indictable offense ne say eye offense bia eye so serious say say bia ekọ crown court. Na jury determine say eye boni anasa eye boni anasa wadwin da ho na wode ye ya anasa yen sa. Say indictable offense there wobetumi akodem for 7 years. So muhu say eye krono na wabo aban a. Say tax fraud wa. And say enye indictable na say a magistrate court krono no a no omuhu say sa na ti a obekwa move for 12 months. And I say be omama fine. And then in your months either say fine and I say yebama custodial sentence na wakwa akodem prison 12 months and I say 7 years depending on where you were tried and I say seriousness of the offense. And we in your ma ewo sa ekwan no eso. And now also say wait ya manabro abanye tua o tax manabro so obetumi aka kire say na otua ye no fa ni nyina ebra back. Nti eno so punishment no ebi eno no. And I say when tua ema ebre abam abanye ba ka kire say tua na penalty a ewo so no so tua eka eho. Nti ye hwemu a evasion no na a trigger fraud aspect no. So we no said there has been tax evasion there, then it will trigger criminal investigation. And when na police for of course HMRC has investigatory powers to investigate. Then say they have to prosecute there. They will leave it to the prosecuting service. Now omo take action on that.
Yeah, lawyers made that's nature say ye dwuma na wo say we self-employed and na we be a company kakra na ya ma ho kwan all this while say be ye self nti na mo kaka yen self assessment o be ye be no nkrofo bo wonderu na ne nyina bu weni na wanye afenso wanya nso aminim self so wanya normal mo define be bro na wetua kra you still have to do it wonso a waye no nso no waya ne esese wo de kono wamfa ne nyina anko emo masan akohwehwe mu ehu se there be osemesi sika na esese nka wo de betia tax no ne nyina wayiyi bia na se wo de nyoma keka ka ho ama je se wa invade tax ne nsisi ano ehun nsonso ne se kana nka o so twetia ne nyina bechia ana se wo be ko prison na wo be ko up to 7 years imprisonment there masa ebe ya tianiye na prison ho nya fe kra prison ko de enye fe ba ko be ba nso no na wonioma bebre na aka echiri enti ye nhwe ne nso lawyer Asmah ye beda asiye pa tiefo maybe a telephone lines na mbia na wo ade a wo pese obisa no eye nneoma a yesuen ene ebi nso so a na enye no nti se enye no de a ubetumi ebisa question no you can call any ubetumi ebisa question bia wo pe concerning this na lawyer be wo ha obeyi wa no the telephone lines a yedwedi dwuma no senior munim no ensisan ba mesan abobọ so ansa na mebobọ so mesan abomon kai se BWF Solicitors na yedidi dwuma no na se mbia ohia o family law se wa worry or se ukunu ana oyire ebeka ho okromo ha we yi ni matna abom weja ukunu ho ana oyire ho abetna kromo a opese sisi a ho kafo no ene o ma ebeka ho ha wo nkwala hwemu na obema no kafra na so oba no egya nkwala na egu obema no so ana obema no egya nkwala na egu ma oba no so se o se mo nyina mo contribute bi na mo mfa nhwe nkwala yi ni nyina ye family law ana mpo se ye nko domestic last 2 weeks ye be kan ho asem bia na wo yire or sorry a oye tintin grammar chen wonti no na o abuse sa it could be say abuse no atemudidie entokwasem sa nso na nkro no mu bi nso no kakra no matototo omo nsa enye ebro nko a o obi kra enye violent ne nko a obi wo ho a obefie kra na ne yire wo fie a na ne yam age ne hwem ne nyina ya abuse en wonioma oyire ana ukunu be ye wonti nti so wo fall within our family BWF Solicitors omo wo ho ometumi aboa o na ya hwe sa de we e wo mra kwan so yeguso omoye numa bebre into telephone line 0208-123-1016 menya odofo bi e wa homa ne so ode wo mpacho o frefre him ayente nka na bisa o question no
The person free fellow.
yo mami pacho bisa question lo Asmah wa ha
The person, this is such a question. One question is that, me worry, you, I made them back Abraham.
aha
Now, within the buy, there you know, so you're married man 6 months. And
okay
6 months, and about it. The country, me couldn't say, also, as so necessary. On your mammy, that's a dinner, your money, I come.